This problem asks us to add and subtract fractions. The first thing you'll notice is that each of the denominators, or the number on the bottom, is different. And in order to be able to add those or subtract them, they must be the same on the bottom. So we're going to have to convert these fractions to what's called a common denominator. And many people get hung up on trying to find that common denominator. There's a really, really simple way. The way to find a common denominator is to multiply all of the denominators together. That always finds you a common denominator. It may not find you the lowest common denominator, but it will find you a common denominator. So in our case, the common denominator would be 3 times 4, which is 12, times 6, which would be 72. Now we're going to convert each one of these fractions to have a denominator of 72. So we're going to convert 1/3 to have a denominator of 72. And what we need to multiply by in order to get 72 down there are the other two denominators. So we're going to multiply by 4 and we're going to multiply by 6. And again, we're doing this on the top and the bottom. So 1 times 4 gives me 4 times 6 gives me 24. Now we've converted 1/3 into a denominator of 72. Let's do the same thing for 3/4. So we're going to convert 3/4 to have a denominator of 72. So remember, in order to do that, we have to multiply by the other two denominators. So we'll multiply by 3 and by 6. By 3 and by 6. So let's multiply. 3 times 3 gives me 9. 9 times 6 gives me 54. Now we've converted 3/4 into a denominator of 72. So I have 54 72nds. All right, last one. Let's do 5/6. We convert it to have a denominator of 72. Remember, we have to multiply by the other two denominators. So we're multiplying by 3, multiplying by 4, multiplying by 3, multiplying by 4. Let's do that on the top. 5 times 3 gives me 15. 15 times 4 gives me 60. So now I've converted 5/6 into a denominator of 72. And now once I've done all that hard work, I can just add and subtract the numerators. So we add 24 and 54. That'll give me 78. And then I'm going to subtract 60, and that will give me 18. Notice I didn't add or subtract the denominators. I just left it the same. Now, remember our problem asks us to reduce. So we look for a number that will divide into 18 and into 72. And it looks like 18 would do that. So I'm going to divide both the top and the bottom by 18. Of course, 18 divided by 18 gives me 1. 72 divided by 18 gives me 4. And I've reduced my final answer.